Hi everyone, it's Tammy and we are going to be making this cute little card purse today. And this one is obviously a Christmas one, but the one we're making today will not be. So I just wanted to teach you guys how to do this. So let's go ahead and get started. It is super cute. I really like it. So what we're going to do is we need one piece of cardstock, that decorative cardstock, whatever you want to use, and then you also need a piece of 5 3/4 by 11 just cardstock. So here, sorry, I had to find my white. And you also need an image or whatever you want to put on front. You could use a stamp, you could draw it, you could do whatever. This is a digi stamp by Bugaboo Stamps. I love their digital stamps. I have used them forever. I think her name is JJ. She is just phenomenal. She looks like she's ready to go shopping. So, or she just went shopping. So the first thing we need to do is cut down this 8.5 by 11 piece of paper so that it's cut at 5 3/4 by 11. And then I'm going to take my patterned paper and I need to make two pieces that are 4 1/8 by 4 3/4. Now cut the 4 3/4 first, and I'll tell you why, because we need 4 3/4 inches for the next part too. So let's go ahead and cut this at 4 3/4. And then I'm also going to then turn it and cut it at 4 1/8. I'm trying to do it up here so you guys can maybe see better. 4 1/8. And then I'm going to do it again at 4 1/8. And then I need two pieces that are 4 3/4 by 1/2 inch. So I already have my 4 3/4 here. So let's just move it over to the 1/2 inch mark. Twice. And this is everything you need to make this cute little purse card holder. And I'm also using some eyelets. I'm like, what are these called? Ugh. And I'm going to use gold ones for this project, but I'll do that when I start, when I need them. But I just wanted you to see this. So I have my grommets, and then I also need ribbon. I need ribbon, and then embellishment, whatever kind of embellishments you want. Let me see what kind of ribbon I have over here, and then maybe I'll have to get some from my ribbon drawer. I'll probably have to get some from my ribbon drawer in a minute, but let's go ahead and get started. I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was. I'm going to first score this sheet. Oh, and you also might want a circle punch. You don't have to do this, but I kind of like doing this. So I have my circle and my scallop so I can make a cute little edge on it. Okay, so I am going to take the 11-inch side and I'm going to score this at 3/4 of an inch from one end. And then I'm going to score it at 5 1/4 inches. And then again at 6 inches. And then again at 10 1/2 inches. And because this is 11 inches, I know that 10 1/2 inches is a 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to, instead of pulling my arm out, I'm just going to move it to the other side and score a 1/2 inch in. Then you're going to need to turn the whole thing and score it again at 5 inches. Then you're left with a piece that looks like this. And hopefully you guys can see the score lines. And then we're going to cut these score lines on the bottom. We're going to cut on either side of the line to make a small skinny little V. And you don't want it to be very wide. You just want a little sliver of white to come, or the cardstock to come out. Even that's a little bit big. You can do really small. And you just cut up to the score line. And there's one more. I almost missed him. Okay, so now that you have that scored like that, you can do your, cut like that, you can do your folds. So I am going to take it and I'm going to fold each one of these in. And you will see how the box is kind of forming. And I really love my bone folder for this kind of a project. And then see how this comes together like that. And this will be the card holder. Now you also need to take the bottom where you scored it, and this gets folded up. And I think this is just a really cute present for anyone. But I especially like it for some of the gals in my life. I just love it. I just think it's super fun and cute. And I think that people appreciate homemade cards. And then these are the front and the back of the card. And then the little sides, or the little 1/2-inch pieces, are the sides. So I'm just going to glue these up, or snail adhesive this up. I'm going to go ahead and do all of them because why not? I didn't get this one very well in the middle, so I'm going to just go through him again. And then what you're going to do is make room. Just put these on the front and the back of the card. Of the card holder of the project. I know some of you had said that you wanted to see some card holder and card ideas, and I think that this is my second one this year. So I hope that you guys are enjoying this, and I wanted to do it off season too so that you could see that you could use this for Christmas ideas, you could use it for birthday ideas, any ideas. Any small little gift you want to give to someone. Now what I like to do for this one is to take whichever one you want to be the front. It doesn't matter, but if you have a particular side that you'd rather be the front, then by all means go for that one. It doesn't really matter. I cut it about halfway and I try to get it centered. And then I put this paper on first so that I know that it's cutting it too. So there we go with that. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the grommets on as well. So I have my Crocodile, which I think is a very handy tool. Oh, I forgot one thing. What is this from? Was this just leftover? Or did I think I brought it over here for this. Dingbat. Okay, so then also what I like to do to make this little scallopy edge here, you take your hole punch and you punch just a hole in the center, and you want to make it go a little bit further in than you might, because you're not saving paper on this one. You want it to be a little bigger. Cut the circle out and then take your scallop punch and center your circle in the scallop. So now you just have a little flowery ring. Getting those tools somewhere. And then what you can do is take your glue and you can see how off center I was with my cutting, with my punch, but it doesn't really matter because I'm only using half of it. So find the half that you like the best and put some glue on that puppy. And then just center it in your the little curved out punch that you've already done. And it makes a cute little border there. And this paper probably wasn't the best choice to do that with, but that's okay. Oops, look, well, you know what? I was off, but now my glue is already dry, so I can't even move it. So it's just going to be fine. Nobody will ever know except for you and me. Because it's going to be on the inside of the card, and it doesn't really matter. I maybe should have done a contrasting color. You know what? I'm kind of thinking I might. And maybe I'll put her on the back. Ooh, that's a good idea. Okay, I'm going to use, I have this pink right here. That will look good with this. So let me just punch it first. So I'm just going to take the circle punch again and punch out a circle. Then I'm taking my scalloped punch and centering this, or semi-centering this, whatever it turns out to be. I'm punching that out. I will need some more of that, but not yet. This part you don't need. This is the part that's wanted. Glue on that bad boy, and then stick him on. And I'm just going to try to line him up with the last one that I did. So you wouldn't do two of them. I don't know if that's obvious or not, but you wouldn't need two. You just need one. Even that's kind of cute. You could put two of them there and use that as the little handle for the purse instead of ribbon. Oh my goodness, I kind of like that. I wonder how high cards will stick up in there. Oh, they kind of cover it up a little bit. Well, I'll go on with my regular thinking of what I was going to do, but I really like that too. And if you planned it to be like that, you could just move up your circle, like make it just a quarter circle or something instead of a full circle, and then you would have more room to like actually hold it like a little purse. But that is cute. The things we discover. So I'll just do my original plan. That kind of looks like a bib to me. Okay, and then I'm going to need this, and I'm going to need 4 of these guys. So I'm just going to turn it so I can get to them. Now, this is a little bit, I don't want to say tricky, but like this side I can easily pinch together, and I could punch both of those at the same time so I know they're even. This side is a little harder because I have this edge here, so just be careful when you're pinching not to pinch too tightly to bend this edge. But then that's, you know, you want to get it punched there too, and you want them to be even. So I like to hold them together to do that. You could, you know, do it separately, but to me this is a better way to do it. And I'm just going to go in about a 1/2 inch. I'm just going to make note of to myself where I want it to be. I moved that. There we go. And then I'm going to go just to that guy and a 1/2 inch. Okay, I'm a 1/2 inch in, and then how far off do I want it? About like that. And so then this side is going to be just a little bit easier to do. 1/2 inch in, and then a little off to the side. I don't know if I'm getting it close enough or not. I'm just trying to eyeball it so that it's about the same distance from this and from this on each side. Not a huge deal, just more aesthetically pleasing if you get them so that they match. So there we go. And then I'm going to put my grommets on. And if you guys don't have this crocodile, you could get by without even putting these on if you didn't want to. I keep calling these grommets. These are eyelets. But I have it, so I'm just going to use it, you know. Or there are other ways to do this too. There's like a hammer, and I don't remember what I used to do it that way. I think I still have my set. But this tool makes this very easy. And I'm going to have to get some pink ribbon. So there, the eyelets are all set. And I can put this guy away. I remember when they were first selling these, they had pink and green, and I so wanted the pink. The only one I could ever find was the green, so I ended up getting the green. And I like the green. It's a crocodile, so it makes sense that it's green. And then I'm going to use some tacky tape for this. I'm just putting a strip along there, and then a strip on one of the bottoms, this bottom. And that should hold it really, because I mean you're just putting 4 cards in there. And then I am going to peel these off. And I'm going to do this side first, and I just like to hold onto this tab and put it this way, and then line it up with the edges and with the score lines. Oops. And holding onto that little tab helps to position it. And then I have my tape on this one, so I want to fold my sides in first, and then fold the one that I have my tape on down, and then I fold up the one that I don't have tape on. And you can kind of see where the little slither is right there that you've cut out. And I mean, it really, I think I stuck it too soon. I'm just trying to carefully pull it off if it will come. If it's not going to come, I will just give up. There. Okay, because I didn't get it totally straight, and I want it to be a straight card. There we go. A straight card holder. I might have to put another piece of tape on there. We'll see. I'm sorry. That was my mess. Crafting in real life. I think I say that every single time. And then I'm just taking my bone folder and pushing the bottom together so that it will stick. Oh, and now it's good. So you can't even hardly see the little slither is what I was trying to say that you cut off, because you've made it, you just made it so that it will fold really easily upon itself. If you don't do that, then it can, like, one of the tabs could be bigger than the other tab, and it might not close right. It just helps in the long run. So just take my word for it. And whenever you're doing anything that folds like that, do the little slither. So I'm going to find some pink ribbon really quick. I'm sorry, guys. I wasn't prepared. Pink ribbon. I found some pink lace ribbon. I don't know if that will work. Oh, here's some pink with brown polka dots. I think it's brown polka dots. Does this look all right? Yeah, I think that's okay. And you need about a total of about 22 inches. So I'm just going to take, so about 2 feet. Then you may need your little poker tool, depending on how well your ribbon wants to cooperate. And you just kind of fold it up and stick it through the eyelet. Oh, that actually cooperated quite nicely. I'm going to do the same thing to the other end. And then I'm going to pull these ends out so that there's room here. And then you just tie these in a little knot at the end. And this is wider ribbon, so maybe I should have gotten a little longer, but I'll just make it work. Fussing with my ribbon. There we go. It's not going to be much of a handle, but it'll be a handle nonetheless. And if you want to now, I can do this, give myself a little more room to work. So I just want a knot so that when I pull this, I have a cute little handle and the knots keep it into the eyelets like that. And then I guess you could tie a knot. Let's try it this way. I'm going to tie a knot first. And because my ribbon is kind of short, I'm like really trying to be careful of putting it really close to the edge. I'm going to go in through the outside with my raspberry beret. There we go. And then I will stick the same thread, same ribbon side through this one. Pull it, and then I will tie this one. So the thicker ribbon is easier to get through the eyelets, but you need a little bit more than the 11 inches if you're using thicker ribbon. I mean, you don't need it, but it's harder to tie. I mean, you could always cut some off if you felt like the handles were too long, but you can't add any on, so. And then it's just cute like this. So just cute like that, isn't that cute? So now what we're going to do is I'm going to take this image and I'm going to color it, but first I'm going to cut it down. So let me move this thing. There we go. So I'm going to cut her so that she's square or rectangle, like I'm just cutting straight lines against all sides of her. And for this particular cutter, I'm just lining it up to where the ink or where the digital image ends, and then I'm cutting, so I know it's about the same amount of white space on each side of the image. And it's just an approximate, but so like there's just as much white space right here as right here. Like it's the furthest image toward the edge. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pink that I just used, and I'm going to cut out enough to layer her. Just like that. Now all of this is trash. And this will go on here however you want it to be. And I don't think I'm going to cut any off. I think I'll just leave it and make it be kind of cockeyed like that, I think. Okay. I was just making sure that it wasn't too long of an image to put on there. If I needed to cut some of it off, I could do that too. I'm going to take my markers, and I love using any kind of markers, but I'm going to use these Tombow ones for now. I grabbed the pink instead of the image. And I'm going to color her, and I want to make sure that I use a pink color that matches this for some of it because I want it to matchy match. That might be too bright. That one might work. So, you know what, before I threw those scraps away, I should have just keep a part for a comparison. Yeah, that looks nice. All right, so let's see. I think I'll give her a striped shirt. Well, it already is striped, so I'm gonna stripe it with pink and white. Oh, that might have been her arm. Oh well, I'll work with it. Sometimes it's hard to tell, especially if you aren't the one who drew it. You're like, wait a second, what is that? And I'll do her little bows in her hair. And I think I'll do her polka dots. And then I'm going to use a gray. Maybe this one. Oh, that one's too light. I love the artist at Bugaboo. I don't know if it's just one or if there's more than one, but... Oh, I didn't do her dots over here. Oops. Some of their images are so funny, too. I don't know if you've ever checked them out, but if you haven't, please do. You will not be disappointed. I love coloring, so it's fun. I don't know what this is sticking out, if it's like tissue paper. But it seems to be out of her handbag, so I don't really know. So I need that pink again to do these dots that I missed. I think I'll give her the same color lipstick. That's one thing that I sometimes struggle with is color, and I have to always remind myself that it doesn't have to be realistic. I mean, because sometimes I'm like, oh, well, gosh, she wouldn't have the same color lipstick. It wouldn't match totally, but who cares? This is a drawing, and it is an art project, craft project, pardon me, and it doesn't have to be like it would be in real life. If you want her to have the same exact shoe color or whatever, just go for it. And I kind of think I want her to have like reddish hair, so I'm going to do this really dark red, I think. Oh, it's not that dark, is it? I don't have a really dark red in this set. Let me look at my others, see what I have. Here, I think this one will. Oh, it's almost dry. Arg, but this is the color that I want. I might have it in a different marker, but this Copic has run dry. Now you can refill these, so I will do that before I would throw it away for sure. But hopefully I can work with this. I do have other alcohol markers. I wonder if I have one that's this color, but I don't want to dig for it right now, so I'm going to do that. I wonder what this color is. Oh, that's kind of a good color. Maybe this is the same color that I was kind of looking for. And they have a whole series of Bugaboo Gals. There's JJ, I think this is JJ, and I think my other one is Scarlet. This one, I think that's her name. I think, I could be wrong, I don't remember all of their names. I'm horrible at names anyway. I tease and say I barely remember my own. My kids can vouch for that, though. I'm forever calling them the wrong name. I'll call Alex Dennis and Dennis Alex, and sometimes Katie and Alex both get called each other's names. It's crazy. Their mom is crazy. And then I'm going to take my black, and I'm just going to give her those chunky-ish highlights where she already has the lines going. I thought about going the edge of her hairline there, but I think that would look bad, so I'm not going to do that. And if you wanted to go crazy and like give her purple hair, I don't know, that's not crazy really anymore, but if you want to go crazy, go crazy. There, I'll do that. And I'll go right here. And I'm going to take a light blue color and just do her glasses. And I'm going to take, let's make her eyes a baby blue, or her eye. And then I'm going to use my black, and I think I'll do her skirt. And I think I'll do the bottom part of her shoes. Oh, that looks bad. Looks like she has on gray socks, so I'm just going to do the whole thing. You can't really see the line here anymore, but honestly that's okay for me. I don't really like that line. Okay, then I'm going to make this shoe black. I was thinking of making her purse black, but now I'm having second thoughts. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to change this. I'm going to make her purse pink and the dots black. There we go. And then, oh, she has some scarf down here. Or fuzz, I don't know what that is. She's just all fancy. I'm trying to decide what color hat box here, or shoe box and shoe to make this. I think I'll go with the same color I used on her hair and make the shoe that color. And then I'll do the hat box in gray and maybe a darker gray. It is raining outside. And you could go as all out as you want, you know, obviously. If you wanted to put some glossy accents in her glasses to kind of make it look like they're glasses, you could do that. I am going to take some Wink of Stella and do her little boa. And her ribbons in her hair. And then I'll give her a little sparkle in her eye. Maybe I'll do this hat box too. It needs a little something something. Or shoe box. I keep calling it a hat box. There we go. And when you've got that to your satisfaction, you can then put it on your back layer. And what I do, guys, I just print these on regular copy paper and then I color them in and use them for whatever. So I keep a drawer full of different images so that I don't have to print them each time I want one. But, you know, you purchase them from Bugaboo, so I just have them available to me and I can use the same image over and over again. So I usually print them so that there's 4 or 9 on a page, however I decide. And then I just cut the one out that I want to use, and then I save the rest. And then when I'm out, then that's my cue to print some more. I'm just putting my hand in there so that I can get this stuck on there. And there you go. If you want to add some more embellishments, you can, some rhinestones or flowers or whatever you might want to do. But I think that that is cute just like that. And I am going to leave it. Now, where you can put like 4 or 5 cards in here with the envelopes. With these big knots, it's going to be a little tighter, but I think we can do cards the next time and we'll kind of make them match so that you'll see what I'm talking about. So until next week, here is the little card holder, and we will do the cards to fill it next week. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.